Hi, I'm T.W. Smith, and I had created a Master at Arms curriculum that includes both a downloadable ebook and some videos that I'm going to have here at KungFuPodcast.com. The program was designed for the young folks, primarily. Some of the highlights and basics. People like my son, anywhere from 11 to 15 years old, who occasionally have to address aggressive behavior. All I did was I took a lot of the things that we know, tried to compile them into a curriculum that could be learned in hopefully 3 to 4 months, and then over the months after that, become more proficient with it. This first video is titled Readiness in both body and script, and it's going to be the first of several videos inside of this curriculum. What you're getting ready to see are excerpts from when I was teaching this to my adults in one of our classes recently. What we're going to be doing is working on what seems to be a relatively simple task, but when you're trying to coordinate it with the other components of your training, it's not as easy as it looks. And it's literally just going from a casual posture to a ready posture. So the physical part of getting into from casual to ready, go ahead and practice a couple of times. You want to basically practice that your strong side, your fastest hand is up front. Also get your hands in a ready position, which is generally going to be up, and I usually turn my palms up, right? So the way it will generally work for me is that when I'm sitting and if I feel something's going kind of sideways or I'm not quite sure what's happening, I'll usually, hey, is there something I can do for you? So I just ask a question. Notice the difference between doing that from a casual to, hey man, you got a problem? You notice how the tone, the action of the hand, it kind of raised up the tension a little bit, right? Now, it's not to say that's wrong, so very quickly I'm going to take you through what happened to me just a few weeks ago with my son. I'm standing on the side of the car, putting in groceries in the SUV. My son's in the front seat. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a guy walking from the parking lot, through the grocery store parking lot, in my direction, but I'm not quite sure yet what he's going to do. So I see him and I'm, casually putting my stuff up. But then when I notice he's about one parking lane across from me, I slide over to here. I still do not acknowledge him. I'm still ignoring him, but I'm aware of him and I've already slid into a ready posture. Now, let's say that he gets about as close as Edgar as I am here. I slide back and say, hey, was there something I can do for you? And he takes another step. Hey, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me? If he takes another step, I'm going to be moving. Because at this point, he's not respecting the space. But getting used to doing that is something we're going to practice. We're going to give that a go a few minutes. It's just being able to step back and ask a question that fits your script. But remember, you're trying not to escalate it when you do it. And ask a reasonable person a reasonable question or a reasonable request. Because if they're on drugs or alcohol, they're not going to be reasonable anyway. And you'll find out very quickly, right? So anyway, we're going to give that a go. I hope you found the information useful in the Readiness and Body and Script video. Most of it was designed to help us just go through the highlights of how to shift your body back, how to use the tone of your voice, how to position or angle your body, and the sort of basics that seem so basic we won't practice them, which was one of the other points of the practice, is that it needs to be timed and put together so your body and your actions flow together as not to escalate things through your own internal tensions. I appreciate you following the program at KungFuPodcast.com, and don't forget, you can download the ebook whenever it's convenient for you. I'll be talking with you again real soon.